Hey everybody, this is Wes with A1 Comics, back with another one of your weekly comic book update videos. We are here every week with comic book industry news, back issue market, and comics to look out for. So a great way to get comic book news from all corners of the comic book hobby in one place. We just got into October, which is a fun season, the beginning of fall, and spooky Halloween is right around the corner, which means hopefully spooky comic books. Hopefully you are having a great week, and hopefully you're looking forward to ghosts, goblins, pumpkin carving, or whatever you do for this time of year. We've got some interesting news to catch up on. So without any further talking or whatnot, I'm going to go ahead and jump into that. But just a quick reminder, if it's your first time, please consider giving us a subscribe. It helps us out immensely. Also, drop a like if you liked the video. If you didn't like it, let us know in the comments below why you didn't like it. So thank you guys so much for joining us. I'm going to go ahead and start off with the back issue market right now. Spirit of Vengeance is still riding strong. Marvel Spotlight 5, the first appearance of Ghost Rider, and Ghost Rider 1 are both books that are very much in demand from the flaming head of Marvel, if you will. So that is a book that has continued to maintain a lot of momentum. A lot of Bronze Age books have cooled off a bit, but Johnny Blaze is still on fire, no pun, well, possibly pun intended. So again, those are books that are hard to get in high grade, dark covers, but they are a lot of fun as far as the artwork. Very energetic and prominently features Ghost Rider front and center on the cover. So for you Ghost Rider fans, and hey, it fits in with the Halloween October theme, those are great books to get your hands on if possible. As far as some of the bigger Marvel keys, some of the super keys, if you will, Amazing Fantasy 15 has continued to stay on fire, continued to be a book that everybody would like to get, but it is becoming more and more out of reach for most people. Makes sense. It is not an inexpensive book. Also in that same vein, Hulk 1 has had some notable sales on Comic Link. We had a 5.5 that broke a record. Also, again in that same vein, we had Avengers 1. It's continued momentum. Again, a book that kind of was looked at not as prestigious as some of the other big Silver Age keys, because it's just a first appearance of a team, but it's definitely starting to get some love now, and that book is definitely increasing in value and desirability lately, and it's a great book to own for you Silver Age Marvel collectors. Also, Avengers 48, the first appearance of the Black Knight, the new Black Knight, is a book that on basically the excitement for the new Eternals movie, that book has slowly increased in value, and recently is getting some more new looks, which is very exciting. I'm excited for that movie, and also a fan of Kit Harington. I think I'm excited to see him do something new or in a comic book setting outside of the Game of Thrones universe. So we'll see how well that movie performs and how well that character is received. That will of course affect the value of that key moving forward. Also, Young Avengers #1, a modern key, keeping in that Avengers theme that we have kind of going on here. Young Avengers 1, which is the first appearance of many new characters from Marvel, modern characters, is a book that's been picking up a lot of steam. We know that Kate Bishop and some of the other Young Avengers are on the way, and with multiple first appearances in Young Avengers 1, it's a nice modern key to pick up. Venom 2 movie has hit theaters, and with that it has affected a few different books. We actually have seen a lot of modern Carnage books that are not necessarily keys, but some of the Carnage covers that are desirable, that are more of inexpensive modern books, become definitely more desirable, and a lot of them are starting to sell more frequently on the heels of that movie releasing. As far as other notable news from the back issue market, we've seen some books that have pulled back a bit or had colder sales at auctions, such as Giant Size X-Men 1 and Hulk 181, which is notable because those are absolutely massive Bronze Age keys. I think that if you are somebody that are holding on to those books, I would not worry, but right now we've definitely seen those books dip off a bit. Perhaps this is a good time to pick some up, but yeah, that's something definitely to be aware of. I know that for a while, all X-Men keys had spiked heavily earlier in the year, but now they've kind of pulled back a bit, a little bit of a market correction, but you know, we have not seen those characters in the MCU, and once they do, from all of our knowledge and experience dealing with these keys and what the MCU has done, we know that the sky's the limit. From industry news, from a facet of comics that we don't talk about too often here on these videos, but from the manga side of things, we had creator Teiko Sayato, who created Golgo 13, a manga that sold in staggering numbers for over half of a century. Unfortunately passed away at the age of 84 on September 24th. He had a significant impact as well as that series. So a bit of sad news, but definitely something I wanted to talk about because it is significant news from that side of the world, or in that side of the hobby, which we have a lot of love for manga here in A1 Comics. Venom 2 opened this last weekend, and it broke records for post-pandemic openings. So it had the best post-pandemic opening so far, and also the second highest opening of an October film period. So congratulations to Sony and everybody who put together that movie, Tom Hardy and alike. I have not seen it yet. I've got plans to see it soon. But yeah, it's great to see a character that a lot of people love, created by Todd McFarlane and Dave Michelini, do well on the big screen. I'm excited to see Carnage also. So yeah, really fun stuff. Director James Gunn announced on Twitter that he's going to be returning to DC with more projects aside from Peacemaker. So when he's wrapped up with Guardians of the Galaxy 3 and the Christmas special, he's going to be doing some more stuff with DC. And based on how things went with the Suicide Squad movie, that's something to be excited about for sure. Big fan of James Gunn, was a fan of him before he got into the comic book movie side of things. Really excited to see him keep succeeding. So keep an eye out for future projects from him and DC. New footage was dropped from the Eternals movie over this last weekend, including new footage of a new scene with James Madden. That movie again is released November 5th, so it is getting very close to that movie coming out, and we're probably getting on our last round of trailers. So I think the excitement around the Eternals is at a really good spot right now. I'm interested to see how that movie is. Not quite sure how I feel just yet, but I will definitely be seeing that when it hits theaters in November. We got a new peek at Marvel's She-Hulk series that is coming to Disney+. We had a set photo that was released featuring Mark Ruffalo in full mocap gear with Jamil's Titania stunt double arm in arm. So some more stuff that's coming out. That show is getting closer and closer, and I know a lot of She-Hulk fans are excited. Don't sleep on the She-Hulk series. I think that is one that's going to surprise us. I just have a gut feeling. So it's fun to see new stuff getting leaked. Yeah, we'll see where that series goes when it drops on Disney Plus soon. From DC this week, We have Are You Afraid of Darkseid, a fun horror Halloween-themed one-shot. We also have Batman 114 for you Batman fans. We also have Nice House on the Lake #5, which is a series I am really enjoying. I cannot actually wait for this book to drop this week. A lot of people I know feel the same way. James Tynion is absolutely killing that series. I highly recommend it. If you can, go ahead and start grabbing issues. It is a really fun read. From Marvel Comics, we've got everybody's favorite webhead. We've got Amazing Spider-Man 75 with a bunch of different variant covers. We also have Dark Ages #2, and lastly, Eternals Celestia #1. From the indie scene, from Image, we have Echo Lands #1, a second printing, and we also have Righteous Thirst of Vengeance #1. From Boom Studios, we have Magic #7. We also have Mighty Morphin Power Rangers #12 for you Power Rangers fans. From Dark Horse, we have got Last Fight Out #2, and we also have Lucky Devil #3. From Oni Press, a publisher we don't talk about too often, we have Dirtbag Rapture #1. We also have Rick and Morty Presents Snuffles Goes to War #1 for you Rick and Morty fans. And that will do it for comics to look out for this week, and that will do it for our video. So again, thank you guys so much for giving us a shot if it's your first time. We do these videos weekly. We really appreciate your feedback. We definitely want to do our best to bring you the comic book news in a fun and engaging manner that kind of gives you just an overview of everything going on to help you guys enjoy this great hobby of ours. So hopefully if you are participating in it, hopefully you're having fun. Yeah, and that is it. So give us a like, a subscribe, all that good stuff. This is Wes from A1 Comics signing out. Bye.